Coffee Chat Live here on the week early, I guess 6 days early, Thanksgiving edition. For those watching from the United States, we have American Thanksgiving next week. Very excited. I have our newest, one of our newest members to our team here at Barracuda and Scout, David, with me today. Dave,
Morning, everybody.
Why don't you introduce yourself a bit?
Absolutely. Happy Friday. First and foremost, happy Friday, everybody. I am David Marsacci. I am the latest member on the sales team, regional account director, I believe is the official title. I started late last month, and it's been fast and furious, however, fantastic, needless to say. My background is with MSP sales. I worked as an account executive for 2 MSPs in the last 7 years. The last one had actually a cyber division, so I really got a good, got my feet wet with understanding cyber, all the pieces and parts that go with it, and then of course working at an MSP, all the struggles and nuances that go along with working there, and grabbing customers from transitioning customers from their existing MSP to the services, and then just working the relationship and understanding the ins and outs. So that has helped me transcend all those attributes to this new role where we're MSP centric, right, and focused. And so it's been great. My colleagues, I can't say enough about everyone here who's been absolutely aces in helping me and getting me acclimated to systems and working on sort of all of it, right? So thank you to everyone on our team. I know there's a whole lot more team members that I'm sure I'm going to meet as we go along. But yeah, my background's been in sales for a long time, tech sales the last about 13 years. And I live here in Orange, Connecticut. And I actually around the corner, David, Mr. Jimmy Pellegrino, he's one of my good friends, longtime friend. And that's the main reason why I am here on this coffee chat with you all, because Jim said, hey, there's an opportunity. Maybe you want to have a conversation. And one thing led to another. And now I'm on coffee chat. So yeah, this is right. It's been a whirlwind. Like I said, Jared booked me on Howard Stern. I'm going on there later. So again, little joke, inside joke there. But yeah, it's been wonderful. And I really appreciate, like I said, all of the support. I've never worked at an organization literally that had the resources and support, not only for partners, right? That's the biggest thing, is the resources that we have for partners is unreal, but also internally, right? As a new employee, it can be crazy, and it is a little crazy, right? And it's exciting, it's nuts, but you got to kind of, work with the folks that you have that really help you and guide you. So that's been kind of the biggest takeaway is, wow, I have all these folks that I can just go, hey, need a little help, and they're right there. So in a long-winded nutshell, Jimmy, that's my little background.
And so how did you get into the MSP space first? Like, how did you end up at an MSP?
Sure. So a little while back, I worked at one of the largest ISPs in the country, who will remain nameless. But they, they're a large ISP. One of my friends at the time was an owner of a small MSP, about 13 employees. And he always wanted me to work for him. And I never, wanted to kind of go on that friend, business. I just didn't want to trot that, but it presented itself. And at the time, it seemed like a great move. So that's when I first started to get into MSP space, right? And they were, again, a smaller company. They had knock services, nothing with cyber. And there was, hunting and farming, right? So going out, meeting customers, and then setting meetings, and then working with a solutions engineer to understand what they need. So got my feet wet there, worked there for almost 5 years. Then things didn't kind of work out, and I went on my own as a consultant. And then an opportunity showed up again from Mr. Pellegrino, who knew the MSP that I just came from, because he was also working at an MSP based for basically Mac, mostly Mac, all Mac environment, right, for MSP. And through Jim, window opened up, and worked, for this company who had, a little bit larger, about 50 people on the IT side, and then maybe about another dozen on the cyber side that they had. So was there for, the last 2 years. So yeah, that was kind of the order of where things went, right? So went from a smaller MSP, from a big ISP, then to a, I would say, medium/large MSP with, that kind of size group. So a lot of learning, a lot of great, I use it all as stepping stones, right? Everything I learned from those, I'm now, putting together in this new role. So great, great stepping stones. And now we're here and we can kind of put it all, forward and make this run. So yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, you've been in technology for a while. You've been, worked across like all these different business models, I should say, or different,
Right.
companies, mostly serving SMBs, it sounds like.
Some a little bit on the at the ISP, it was more on the enterprise level, but yeah, with the MSPs, it was mostly SMBs, right? Up to about 300 seats, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So so now you're in cyber. How have you seen the technology change over time? I assume like everyone, cyber has gotten more and more important, but like, what's your perspective been over the year? Was there any point along the way where you're like, wow, maybe this cyber thing is like the next big thing? Like,
Right. So great point there. So when I came on board with the with the previous MSP, they had formed their own cyber division, and that was my first taste of it. Right, understanding. I never, I heard about CMMC, didn't know about it. Heard about NIST, didn't really know about it. Heard about penetration testing, phishing. I knew some of the product sets that were out there that were out there to protect against certain things, but I didn't really understand the nuts and bolts of it at that point, right? And so that exposure really got me, okay, this is how this works. And even since, 2 years ago, with the evolution of how product sets are working, especially on the Scout side, it's so smart, right? I mean, that's kind of just the quick and short of it is, it's amazing how intelligent everything we do works, I should say. And so the technology is ever evolving, right? Super fast. The product sets are evolving just because of the nature of our business, right? Everything's going so quick. And so we're able to, keep up with that and stay ahead of the curve. Actually, I believe our product sets are literally ahead of the curve in many ways. So, but the evolution of product sets and cyber, being aware, and of course the attacks that are happening literally we've been on here for 10 minutes. It's probably been 5 or 10 of them, right? I mean, how long, right? I mean, it's that bang, bang, boom. So that never sleeps. But as I heard a little birdie say, the sun never sets on the sock. So, right, we're always there to kind of be the super.
Never heard that one before. I love that.
Oh, really? We'll coin that a little. Yeah, the sun never. I can't take that. That's a Jimmy Pellegrino.
It's got Jim Pellegrino written.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I got to give credit to Jimmy Pellegrino with that one. So, but yeah, so that's kind of my take on how things have kind of come, full circle. And I'm sure in the next 12 months will again change, just because, right?
Yeah, and so like now you're working with MSPs. You're on the other side. The other side of things, being a partner, like cybersecurity sales managers is how we like to talk about it. But like, What's that like? What's the transition like? Was it what you expected? Is it different?
So it's not so different. I've been really busy making all, sending out introduction emails to all my partners, and then setting meetings and, having just basically introduction calls, right? First and foremost, understanding who they are, right? Letting them know who I am, because they know who Scout and Barracuda is, but they don't know who David Marsace is. So just give them a quick understanding of who I am, what my role is, my background, how I know their world, because I've been there for, quite some time, and how everything I do is to help them grow their business, protect their clients, and all of that. So it's been amazing. It's been fun. It's kind of been exactly what I thought it would be, in the beginning. A lot of people, need a little help with something here and there, and that's fine. I'm here to kind of be the Zamboni and clear off the ice and kind of start a new, foundation, if you will, with everybody, and rock and roll with whatever they need, right? And really setting meetings with Jared and the solutions engineering team based on what their needs are immediately. Let's get those meetings going and get you familiar with everything that we're doing. And yeah, so it's been great. It's been, not too difficult, right? Not anything more than what I've been doing. Just a little different flavor, right? Just a little something, a little mocha on top, or a little something different, you know.
Yeah, I think like the biggest misconception a lot of people have is how busy MSPs are. Like how busy someone working at an MSP is all day, fires happening, talking to clients, like and I think I don't like it's my assumption that working on the other side for 10 years, 10 plus years, like really gives you that perspective and helps you work in a way that can be supportive and help people be successfst.
Yeah, I always like to say I'm going to take off your seventh and eighth hat, right? Because most of the folks that we work with are wearing all those hats and have all that on their plate. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Let me take hat 7 and 8 off. We'll take care of this for you. You know what I mean? Let me put my arm around you and say, hey, we have this part, right? And that's been honestly, a big sigh of relief for everyone when I'm making these intro calls. Everyone's like, wow, thank you, because I'm not great at marketing, or I'm a one-man band, or we just hired a business development person. I'm like, that's great. You know what I mean? Not every place has that. But we can be that, kind of extension of your sales department, right? And like you said, I want to be your cybersecurity manager, right? And help you run that division that you now have, because when you made this strategic partnership with us, you increased your head count by all the folks at the SOC, all the folks here, on sales and marketing. So now you've got, a huge extension of your divisions with just one click of, making that first time purchase and becoming a partner with us. And now here's all you get because you did that, right? So yeah, people have been really responsive to that.
It's great. So we, I know this is your first time on here. So we've been doing this for almost a year. We keep the talks to 15 minutes.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the antithesis of a webinar. We don't want the full 1 hour. Slide decks definitely not allowed here.
Nope.
Maybe virtual backgrounds like this beautiful Thanksgiving cornucopia type thing that I've got up. Yeah, your scalp. I love that. So in honor of that spirit, we have possibly the most important question for you today.
Okay.
Like out of everything you answered, do you have a Thanksgiving week ritual, or do you have any plans this year for Thanksgiving? And if so, what is it?
Okay, so we'll go with not ritual, but something that I always make. I'm big on food, right? Just to give everybody a quick background. I'm a former really fat guy. Now I'm just down to like fat guy, right? So just be honest, right? So I had I was almost 400 pounds at one time about 4 years ago, but I'll never stop loving food, right? It's just my passion. There you go, David. Thank you. So yeah. I just don't eat as much, right? I don't eat all of it, right? I can eat a little bit. Plus, the exercise. By the way, everybody, get your exercise every day if you can. Make 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Do that for your mental health. It's so important. Anyway, back to the ritual. Chocolate cream pie. That's what I make. Okay. Homemade chocolate cream pie. And this Thanksgiving will be the first time since COVID that my immediate family will be getting together in Rhode Island at my dad's new house. So it's going to be, I'm so excited for all of us to be able to get together and laugh and be loud. We're Italian and we're loud and obnoxious. And, it is the way it is, right? It's just chaos, but it's fun. And so that's kind of my little ritual is I make chocolate cream pie and head over to the family. And, we're a big football family. So maybe we'll toss the ball around or what have you. And then, of course, watch the football games on TV.
That's great.
Definitely gotta watch the Thanksgiving game.
Right.
David, I wanted to let you know, once I send out that Sendozo swag pack, you volunteer yourself to come on the Coffee Chat Live. So thank you for coming on. But I know that the account manager team, I think you guys went out last night, and I wanted to know if you were able to make it to that morning workout this morning.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. That, like, the sun never sets on the SOC. The sun never sets on my workouts. Yeah, I was out with the wife early this morning at Silver Sands. It's a boardwalk in Milford, Connecticut. It overlooks the Long Island Sound. It's absolutely stunning. So wife and I walk. If I'm alone though, I'll get a little trot with punches in. I'm crazy. I get a little silly with my workouts, but yeah, David, there we go. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's become a way of life for me. I get a little cranky if I don't get a workout in. And it gets my blood flow and gets everything kind of level set so I can start my day. and, be in this chair and do what we do, right? And kind of keep a little sanity. So, and of course, I like to have a little fun. So I try to make it easy and light with everybody I speak to. And I try and talk about food and family first, right? We know we're going to talk about sales later. Let's talk about, real stuff, right? Food and family first, of course. But yeah, so thank you. I really appreciate the volunteering of my services. No problem. I'm thrilled to be part of this team. And of course on Coffee Chat Live. This is exciting. So thank you, everyone. It's been a great warm welcome, literally by everyone. And I'm super excited to see what's around the corner and what's next, where we can go with this.
Thank you very much.
Thank
And with
you.
that, we're just about over time, but I will leave the other David with a minute here, or 10 seconds here.
Nice.
Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
It's changed. I've grown to like the bean casserole with the crunchy stuff on top. I used to hate it as a kid, and now as an adult, my taste buds have changed. Yeah, the green bean.
Part of growing up.
Yeah. It's gotta have the crunchy stuff on top though, whatever that is.
All right. Well, we will close out next week. We'll be taking a week off from Coffee Chat Live, so everyone can get their Black Friday shopping done, or lay around and wake up late after Thanksgiving. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for all who tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever else we're streaming this. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks.
Thank you so much.